Hello and a warm welcome, survivor, to another horror story. Sit at the campfire and enjoy Blackened Light by Flarelight. Let's go. I woke up, shivering in my bed. I sat up and checked my alarm clock. It was 4:30 in the morning. Time to get up. My name is Brandon Seeker, the one true believer of the earth. Many thought I was insane, though they were the insane ones. They were blind, refusing to see the truth in front of them. Very few believed me when I told them about our almighty Lord Christox, God of the earth. How foolish. Every day these people got one step closer to destroying this world. They were ignorant, doing as they pleased, expecting to get away unscathed. Their arrogance repulsed me, but there was nothing I could do just yet. I needed to await Christox's order for me to dispose of them. I still had to retrieve the weapon. As I took one step out of my room, I sensed it. There was movement coming from down the hall. Unfazed, I proceeded toward the sound of movement as I saw him. Ah yes, Dr. Richardson, my therapist, struggling against his bonds. It really thrilled me to see such an idiotic man in chains. Well, rope, but that does not matter. Out of the many people I had come across, he was the worst of them all, telling me to stop my ridiculous quest. No one tells me what to do other than Christox. This world was sacred, but humans ruined it. Laughing off climate change by making pitiful jokes about it, throwing trash on the ground without second thought. When the time came, I would punish them all, but I had to take it slow. If I plainly commit mass genocide, then I will be full of lead before I can say Christox is the only true God. Getting back on topic, I looked down at Dr. Richardson with a vicious grin on my face. Now, no need to struggle, I said to him. In given time, you will join a Lord in death. For now, I must take care of business. He furiously shouted at me in a muffled voice. How insolent. I was the one who was going to restore this world to its former glory, and he was being disrespectful. Paying no more attention to that fool, I left the house, walking down the road to a back alley, making sure no one was watching. I grabbed a large plastic bag from a dumpster and shoved it into my pocket. The tone was awfully loud. I couldn't bear it for much longer, so I decided to walk faster. That's when a window of opportunity had opened for me. Hey! A voice called from behind me. A man clad in all black and wearing a mask pointed a knife at me. Give me everything you've got! Through the eye holes of his mask, I could see a look of aggression shining in his eyes. Now was my chance. No one was looking. The only other people were purposefully ignoring what was going on so they could get on with their lives. How typical. I took the man by surprise by grabbing his arm in one hand. He jumped and tried kicking me, but I ignored the pain. Instead, I used my other hand to grab the bag from my pocket. The man furiously swiped at me with his free hand, and that's when I did it. I let go of his knife hand, catching him off guard before grabbing his mask and tearing it off his face with all my might. I am not the strongest of people, but I had quick reflexes. While the man was confused, I stuffed the bag into his mouth, shoving it down his throat. He coughed and sputtered, spit flying everywhere. He dropped his knife and tried pulling the bag out of his mouth. Grinning maliciously, I grabbed the man's neck and strangled him further. This was for him. This was for Christox. I strangled him until he went limp. Shh, I hushed him. It's okay, it's over. There was a scream from behind me. I turned to see 3 people, all of whom were staring at the man's corpse in horror. I had to leave, grabbing the man's knife. I sprinted past the witnesses and ran back to my house. When I opened the door, an eerie sight awaited me. A tall figure with long arms, bony fingers and a goat skull for a head stood before me. To his left was the corpse of Dr. Richardson, who had a simple gash in the neck that poured out blood. My eyes rolled back to the position of the figure. I looked deep into its void-like eyes, feeling a mixture of dread and excitement. Could this be? The figure slowly raised its bony hand, pointing at the knife I held. It then raised its finger to its neck, quickly sliding it across. Without knowing it, I raised my knife hand and was about to slit my throat. I couldn't resist. There was nothing I could do but comply. And then I woke up, shivering in my bed. I sat up and checked my alarm clock. It was 4:30 in the morning. Time to get up. I hope you enjoyed that story, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.